vart fahren. There been so many places which she will no say. But if he beat her with a might, all this måste för oss change. För Riamas Frejas beard nu. Anders beard du mig snart change. Anders beard du mig snart change. Anders beard du mig snart change. God what teenage change.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Catmark, and once again, Yugioh Duel Masochist. I was just having a look at if there was anything I forgot to edit about a couple of decks here or there, and so I've changed up the going second deck a little bit. We cut the few traps we were running with the exception of this. We've added in the Cashier Birth, and we put in a few extra 7s. I think that maybe, yeah, we put in an extra 7. We changed up the extra a little bit, cut a couple guys from the main, added in the Mechanico stuff. Is it immediately relevant that this is what we're doing? No, because I don't think we're playing this just yet. I think we're sticking to Generator. But I thought I'd have a quick look, see what we had. Which, I guess that's kind of interesting. It is still a 2-part combo, and I don't think we really have much stuff in the way of rituals, actually. Oh yeah, I thought we were maybe going to edit the burn deck. I think that was the other thing. Because, not you. You got 3 of this one. Couldn't get 3 of the others. What did we get? We got something that made us think about the... we got Zoma. Zoma's a good card for the burn deck. So, yeah, I guess let me actually continue playing the YouTube music for a moment while I just edit that real quick. He says, with YouTube muted. Right, hold on. Yeah, there we go. So let's edit the burn deck. So close to final. Not quite there though. Needs continuous spells, we don't have that many. Maybe there was less for the burn strat than I thought. And that can also work for the going second strat. Might want to put that in there. Oh, that definitely works in burn. I think that might be the end of the new stuff that's good. Yeah, there's the second secret barrel. That doesn't really go into burn. It's a heal card for ourselves. We want to kind of turbo to our opponent's life as fast as possible. Good card for Xyz, or if we're just on a hellish number of the same level. Alright, we have a small Knight package as well, don't we? Right, let's chuck the Denko in here. I think that's probably all we want to go second. It's about the same card count-wise. Right, okay, that's enough of the YouTube music. Let's, oops. Let's... Related. Back in. Save. Must be saved by now, I guess. Didn't tell me it wasn't. And we get our final login bonus. Good, so I don't have to worry about keeping cards that I'm not meant to have. Right, 2 of the synchro, 1 of everything else. Okay, let's decraft those before we do anything else. Let's quickly dismantle selected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Still completely legitimately obtained cards. Anyway, let's put back on the in-game music. Yep, that's about right, I guess. Right, welcome back, everyone. Hope you're looking forward to it. I am kind of nervous excited. Like, hey, we're in Plat 4. We were doing okay last stream. Bungus deck has, it's got some power to it. There are things we could maybe change up, but, I'm not sure just how much. Let's put it that way. One of the cards we put in the other deck was, I think it was actually pretty close to the top here. Yeah, this one. Needs to target a machine monster on the field. There is a machine generator, but the issue is, I'm not sure how worth it is playing just exactly Devolgus, and then this one, so you can make a rank 9. As we were finding out the other day, it seems that the rank 9s are very much a little bit, well, a very much win more kind of scenarios. I think we want to continue playing this deck. It seems to be working out. And we picked up this, which has never appeared just yet, but will definitely help us win a game or two here or there. So, without any further ado, let's actually just jump into a game. And we get to choose going first. That's such a nice welcome back. Hope everyone's been doing okay. I can't currently complain because it is now a rather pleasant 20 or so degrees, or like 22, rather than the absolutely abysmal near 30 that was last week. Ah, they are scared of Malice. What if I just wasn't playing Malice? I think that's a fairly, you know, easy way to gain the upper hand at the moment. Just stop playing Malice and then turn off, you know, 3 cards in your opponent's deck. Seems good. Although that's not what I want to see. If they ash this, then we get... Ah, that's rude. Do you have Ash Blossom? You do not have Ash Blossom. And yeah, this guy only lasts for the 1 turn, not for both. Call by lasts for both turns, though, until the end of the next turn, so I can't draw another Condemned Witch. Anyway, they added a monster from deck to hand. Right. What do we want to get? I think we want to get Lopter. Effect of the field spell. Get the tokens first. And then Lopter. And we want to get into Har. I feel like we want to get into Har. We've got an Omni Negate. If they add a card, we get to make them sent to the graveyard. We've got Monster Negate. And that's what we have. We're against Yubel. They like us having big damage numbers, because then they can make us take the damage, but I feel like this was the better way to play. Yeah, no, you can do that, because you add the Fiendsmith card, discard the Fiend... Yeah, add Lurie, pitch Lurie, but then you added a card from deck to hand, so you sent a card from hand as well. Yeah, that's not the Omni Negate effect. So... I know they have the Samsara Lotus. That was a second Lancia? Okay. That's fine. That makes the Link 1. Link 1 is a quick effect, so I'm not particularly bothered about that. As is Lotus, actually. They're both quick effects. It's fine. You get to summon a Fiendsmith from deck. There's this one. If this card is normal, special summon, you can send a Fiendsmith. So, what if we just hit this with a Monster Negate? Because there's no quick effect to tribute it or anything. Stop the Lacrima. I think that stops the line. Now, we know they have the Lotus in hand, but as far as I know, that's all they have in hand. They can go into Closed Moon, unless they try and use the Lotus effect, because this is Negate Destroy. Beckoning Beast. That is their normal summon. If they use that effect, yeah, we just do this now. We know the last card in their hand. And because it's Negate Destroy, they don't get their normal summon. They don't get their second normal summon, rather. So they're just left with this on board, which can be turned into a Link 1, so they can start the plays on their turn again, because it's during the main phase quick effect. Oh wait, no, you can only summon this once per turn. Okay, they can't even do that. You see... outstanding play. Just draw the good cards. Draw the good hand. And it's not even like that hand was broken. We could draw better. And we fully deserve that win. That is a welcome back to the Masochist Challenge, baby. Let's go. If you can't tell, I'm a little happy we beat this. they're going to look at my deck and ask what the hell was I playing. Either that or just see that I was think I was a regular generator deck. Who knows? Oh wait, we have legacy tickets? We have legacy tickets. Let's open those. And of course that adds... I think it adds just the one, but it might add 2 to the spell counter. Monarch stats. We got something that mentions monarchs, I think, so that's mildly relevant. But, yeah, we're not really on Cyburst enough to actually play this. That is that a new one? That is a new one. That's another Zodiac Xyz. That's interesting. I like it. Space Insulator. It is generic Link too. Like, completely generic. We can make this with Scapegoat. I know we don't have Scapegoat, but using an example. Scapegoat normally has to link into, like, Link Spider or, like, Missus Radiant and, you know, do those kind of things. But this works. I don't know if we're going to be playing it anytime soon. That's for flips. I don't think we'd even play it in flips, actually, given our opponent's special summon is pretty dreadful. Yep, that's... Oh, Larvas is new, apparently. I thought we had one of those already. No matter. Never mind. Let's just see what the Master Pack holds for us. But this is normally where the gold lies. When a light monster is destroyed by battle and sent to your graveyard. Ah. Very specific. And then the rest of these... Okay, that's a Symphonic Warrior card. Each time a Symphonic Warrior card is activated. I believe all of those are monsters. I don't think there are really... Yeah, all the Symphonic Warriors are monsters. The only other spell is General Probe, which isn't a Symphonic Warrior card. Okay. So we're going to be really hard-pressed to get that going. That is our second or third Magnon, which means we can technically attack lock our opponent. That's Raid Raptor support, and that's another Horror House. That's really good for amazement. It Booker Moons the opponent, really. We don't have enough monsters ourselves to reliably use the first effect. Platinum, so 2 packs. Jazz, my cat, is thrilled beside me. Being put to sleep by the excitement. None of these so far. No, that's specifically Constellar. It's good to have multiples of something like Crusted Calcifidia. But, I still don't think we'd play it. Stardust Warrior isn't even new. That's unfortunate. Drytron Mu Beta Fafnir. That's pretty neat. It's a... No, we need to control a Machine Ritual monster for that to be a Spell Trap Negate. But, like, that gives us something with Drytron. We have a couple of those cards. I just don't think we have, like, the big... Oh, wait, no, that's a lie. We have the big ritual, the massive one. I don't know if we have a real way to use it, though. Let me just double check that I'm not talking rubbish. Related cards. Yeah, we have the biggest ritual, which can be ritual summoned with the ritual spell or with a generic ritual spell. Like Sprite's Blessing, I guess. Problem is that if we're going to ritual summon it generically, we can't really use the Drytrons to do it, because you see the problem, they're all level 1. We want the Drytron ritual spell because it allows us to use the attack stat as a ritual cost, which would take admittedly 3 of these, but it's just like those 3. It does just special a ritual with 4,000 from deck, but the thing is that's very specific. It is these 2. I'm not sure if there are others. I'm getting Discord pings on phone. They are loud. Yeah, okay, sure. Right. So yeah, we're not using the Drytron stuff. How did we... These seem to be both ethically obtained. That's really awful. That's our 4th Magnon. What do we have on Symphonics? Okay, so we have a few Symphonic Warriors. They gain 100 for each counter. You can remove 5 or 7. Inflict or banish. What do we have? Once per turn, target a Symphonic Warrior monster on the field. Increase its level by the number of cards. So this can target itself, which would put a counter. But it then increases its level. We actually just want it by 1. Because then it makes Anima. Declare 1 attribute, target 1. So, yeah, we could change this card's attribute. And we can change a card's type. We have the field spell. We can special it from hand if the field spell is in rotation. Target a card in your pendulum zone, return it to the hand. And it would count as a card in the pendulum zone. On other, return both that and this to the hand. I don't think it's worth it for some reason. Call me crazy if you want to, but I don't quite think that's going to help us out. Not in the same way that setting up apparently Har plus Forbidden Chalice does it. Rage Quit. Ooh. Oh dear. Is this going to be a good duel? It's the Pot of Greed, mate. They've got their name as Rage Quit. It's a different profile, I guess. Set 1, set 2, 3. Stun. No, that's Blue Eyes. I mean, if they link someone, I get Phantasme. But then not link something. We got 3 Time Lords. That's funny, but I think that one's actually better. So let's not even do that. Let's just normal summon Camion. They're reading. We just go battle. And we attempt it. If we take 2-5, we take 2-5. We take 2-5. That's fine. I'd rather not, but it's okay. And... sure. We'll put it here. Everything machine now. Do you have a counter for that? True Light. Use the effect. Wishes for Eyes of Blue. Okay. I guess they're going to be fine. There's Wishes with Eyes of Blue. I'm surprised they didn't set the trap. Pitch Droll. I guess they can get the trap now. Yep, there's the trap. Although they can't currently link summon unless this is also the trap. They can synchro summon. But they can't link summon. I'm not sure if they realise that. Do you think they also know what a Time Lord is? No. No, they do not. No, they're reading. They haven't just straight up declared an attack. I think they're going to make the 12. no. It looks like they're gonna make, what's his face? Tyrant. Are you gonna set Imperm again? Is that the end goal with Tyrant? At the end of the damage step, so yeah, they do get Imperm back. That's... oh, they set that now. Are they going to battle phase? If they're going to battle phase, I'm like, just shuffling that away. There's a synchro. Okay. Are you going to tag into the... are you tagging in? Are you making the 12? Or are you just, are you going to battle phase? Are you passing turn? Set a spell trap. Majesty again. No, not Majesty. End phase. Okay, they are aware of Time Lords. Metaverse. Well, attempt to return to the deck then. That one's not going to be Imperm again, I don't think. I can just normal summon another one. A different one. A better one. It's fine. It has to negate in response, so I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, until the end of the turn. So I'll declare an attack into this one. Not going to get you that free Imperm back from the grave. And we will attempt to just... yeah, sure. I still have a Time Lord that you're apparently not outing right now. Which is a little confusing for me. Yeah, you negated that effect, not the actual rest of it. So the Time Lord still exists as just a Time Lord. But they know they're Time Lords. Manage this, discard, add an Earth Machine. Do you reckon we have targets? I don't actually know. It doesn't look like it, no. Devolgus would have been a target. But, again, is that worth playing Devolgus just for that? Yeah, I think we're fine. They can get into a targeted banish. That'll do it. Like, targeting stuff out it. It's just they aren't using Imperm and Majesty. They're just... we'll find out where this goes. Can Blue Eyes out Time Lord Turbo? Surely they can. Yeah, there's the Link Summon. Although, here's Phantasme then. Dominus. That's the set one. Well, I don't think I had much else that was going to... no, I had something else. I have the Witch. Although, can anything target? You get Blue Eyes. Congratulations. I'm still unaware as to what it's doing. Like, at the moment... they need to battle into the Time Lord so they can get, like, Imperm back. That'd be, like, a good move for them, but I don't think they realise it. Well, no, it's not a good move for them, because they don't currently have a way to negate it unless you tag this out now, go into the next copy, if you're on 2 of this in the first place. Which they might not be. And that's Synchro 9. I can only assume that they're on 2 then. What other purpose do you have? Special summon Blue Eyes. They're called Rage Quit. I haven't seen anything yet worth, rage quitting over. It is worth saying. Nothing from them. Nidhogg. That's not a stellar draw. So normal summon another Time Lord. Okay, it's negated for this turn. Congratulations. You didn't actually add back Majesty with Eyes of Blue, so I'm just going to set this and pass turn. I get to live another turn, I have another card on the field. I guess they're just waiting for me to run out of Time Lords. You can special summon Blue Eyes. That's not doing anything for you. It's picking up pressure for after I run out of Time Lords. But if I'm playing a pure Time Lord deck, I can in theory just keep doing this infinitely. So that's not a negate. Nor is that one. Let's just do it now. And we will activate Field Spell. I'm thinking it's negate the activation, it's not destroy. But then they now get into the bit where they can use this Spirit Dragon to tag into Crimson Dragon. It's also an Xyz for an Omni negate for everything on the field. It's not a Rage Quit, but I don't like it. I don't like that they had the perfect things to stall my otherwise awful deck. Banished. Are you being accurate? Is it in fact Malice, or are you just... do you like the graveyard? The cat has left. They have no longer been excited by the thrilling gameplay. That's certainly a hand. Go in first hand rather than go in second, really. Unicorn. For Theosis. Well, Time Lord doesn't really out everything. I mean, it kind of does. I get to go into the battle phase and do it. It depends on if they have Imperm. Like, if they have Imperm, if they can get into... well, no, they just need a once per chain action for the Xyz. They're playing Horus with it. If they do not make a monster negate, and do not make the Kashtira Xyz, I think I'm okay. If they do, well, fuck me, you know. There's Feather Duster. So I guess I don't have to worry about that. Not that I really am with this hand. That's an Xyz. For Monster Milling. I could get some pretty awful cards in the graveyard right now. Destrudo is not one of those awful cards, but they might take him or Phantasme simply for being 7s, honestly. I think that's what they do. It just makes an Xyz easier for them. I have made their day. I feel like that's the wrong choice. Like, 100% is the Destrudo, you make an Xyz with it and you detach the Unicorn, right? I guess it looks a little weird, but it could be a generator deck at the moment. They don't know. They pitched Ash Blossom. They've pitched Super Poly. They've only gone through one Ash Blossom. They could have another in hand. This does draw cards. It could be Imperm. There are many things. Could be Appaloosa. I would actually really detest an Appaloosa right now. End phase. They are not familiar with my game, I do not think. Normal Sun. Battle phase. Attack into this thing. Main 2. Bye. Your move. And ban the bot viewer. Thinking. Like, surely this does actually do something for them still. They've got a lot of cards in hand. I've only got Torrential Metaverse. Well, you gotta try it. They could have drawn into Ash Blossom, but when else am I gonna fire it? Boss stage. You add a card. Boss stage. Although they could just save the Ash for this. Which feels weird. You would just Ash Metaverse instead. What do they have? Lopter. Field spell. Lopter. In case it's called by. It doesn't play around Imperm, but, you know, you can't play around everything. Come on, you've got like 8 cards in hand. You can beat an Omni Negate and Torrential. Surely. They still have all their copies of the King's Sarcophagus because I shuffled it into the deck. Yeah. I can make them pay the cost. Oh, they have him Seti engraved. Why did I fucking do that? I thought they were just going to pay the cost, honestly. Yeah, sure. Now you see I'm in fact a buffoon. But this is a once. So they can clear some of these legit, but they can only clear this or this via the effect. Do we bother? I guess we Lancia. Like, I don't want you to banish Kashchiro. Maybe they don't want to either, but like, I don't know what else I'm going to use Lancia on. Yeah, go for it. Oh, there's Ogre. Are you going to use the King's Sark? I imagine they just don't. That's okay. Add Super Poly. Well, there goes the Omni Negate. I used it far too late. Pity. What was the last thing? Not a summon. Okay. That is an end of battle phase effect. You do know that, right? Gabrunix. You can destroy all of the monsters on the field. Well, they're not choosing to do it, so I'll destroy all of the monsters on the field. Like, you go for it. I still get to shuffle back their field if they want to go to battle phase. This copy's exactly for the turn, and no longer, so I'm chill. Yeah, until the end phase, so who cares? Oh, they can just special summon Horus that they haven't summoned yet, like this out it. Yeah, understandable, I guess. I guess I shouldn't have torrential tributed. My bad. They just attack him with this, don't they? Oh well. Can't win all the time. Next all. Keeping it going. We're not doing too bad. There is, of course, the dichotomy, as mentioned last time, where, you know, power level is a little bit first or second dependent. Just a little bit. Ooh, but if they're seeing a hand... activate boss stage. Special Cashier of Fenrir. Now what? Attempt to add with Fenrir. They thinking. And they letting it go through. That could be Droll, but it does not matter. Right. You know what time it is. Time for the field spell. Yeah. Well, if anything's saying they're playing Malice, that's one of them. Although it's very funny that I could still, like, special summon a generator to get tokens, because this was just an gate. Imperm. You know, that's a bit rude. During your main phase. So... we let them attempt to activate the effect, right? I feel that's correct. And then we do it. Simple Chalice. I think they can do, like, Link Shenanigans swap. But, this does stop the normal summon. And that feels like it's decent enough at minimum. Goldsuck. Now, do they get an instant benefit? I forget. Malice P, if this card is banished. So they can get this guy back, but they can't from your hand or grave, but you don't have another in your grave, you might have another in your hand. But nope, that seems to be the end of the turn. Link 1. Decoder. Now they have one grave. Torrential is negated by the imperm. No, it's not. No, it isn't. Special summon it, also you cannot special summon. Yeah, okay, so that's a summon. And then we just torrential here, right? I'm losing the... like, I could keep the Fenrir. But, I feel this is better. I've got Ogre in hand, I've got Camion in hand, I've still got boss stage on field. That feels fine. Of course, people are free to tell me if I'm wrong. Well, they're taking the trade. So, I can normal summon this if I control no monsters, I can special this if I control no monsters. Which is a really unfortunate duality. Magnuma. That's also very unfortunate. No, it's not. Link Decoder. Right. Special summon. What do? And Magnuma. I just click no to Magnuma effect. I control 3 cards, I can special from extra. Yeah, okay, that's unfortunate. But I think it's still fine. I probably shouldn't have specialed Magnuma. Okay. Battle phase. So we definitely do this. Trigger the effect. Okay, they gotta do that. Swap the attack and defenses. This it's really punishing me that I didn't actually search with Magma. Because they're just gonna special summon to the linked zone. Yep, there you go. Although I can just continue, I can just change the attack target. And they're playing Lancia to out their own deck. During your main phase, you can banish a Malice card from your hand. During the main phase, if this card's in your hand, banish another. So I think I want to banish this one face down. And then we just attack this one instead. And then we attack. You know, I'm kind of liking this so far. So yeah, we misclicked with the end phase Magma, but it's fine. We still get a generator. Which is a negate for, like, their one card. And we know it's not imperm, so I think we just go for the extended setup. Yeah. There you go. That's all it takes. And we get 4 legacy tickets from that. Nicely done. Earned win. Maybe we misplayed a little bit, but still an earned win. We take those. 4 whole packs. DD Arc. Target a pendulum summon monster your opponent controls, destroy both that and this card. That's not gonna happen ever. If destroyed by a card effect, you can special a DD pendulum for an extra. No, that's not happening either. Nope. That's burn for us, so we don't want that. No. No. Definitely not. That's funny, but it's a one-time card. There is a continuous version. And that is Earthbound support, which we already have and are not playing, so that tells you about the quality of it. Right. 2 Master Packs, the interesting part. We're also not doing so bad for the win rate, I guess. Right, we have another copy of that, which is how that one works. That is possibly the single best Toon card we could get. This searches our copy of Toon World, singular. It protects our copy of Toon World, singular. If we have other Toon spell traps, so that's pretty cool. This makes rank 4s easier, probably. You can only use, each effect you count special summon except for gimmick puppets. So that's incredibly niche. Faustian Bargain is less niche, actually. That's pretty awful. Requires 3 level 5s. Like, Infinitrack isn't even summoning that, really. Right. Last Master Pack. Second Master Pack. Both are equally valid statements. Steel Swarm card, which is where you can stop reading. Trickstar in your grave, special it, equip it with this. Once per turn, if the equipped monster inflicts battle damage, you can special a Trickstar. Not worth it. Another Negotiation Hummingbird, another Glassjaw. Enlightenment Paladin, which we're not triggering the effect of. Pendulum Transfer. We would need to control 2 Pendulum monsters. Might go in the Pendulum slot deck, but we still haven't even tried to build that. Right. I need to quickly dip out for a second, just nip to the loo. So let me... this one's still muted. Let me just play it, see if we can skip the ad break. And then leave you with some YouTube music for all of a minute. Right, unmute that.
Hey guys, before we start the cover, I just put out some original songs last month that you might not know about because YouTube's algorithm only cares about clickbait. So if you want to support my actual music instead of just me singing someone else's song, I would really appreciate that. Thank you.
there we go, we're back. Right. Let's pop the game music back on just a minute. Somewhere like that, I think it was. And let's keep going because those pulls did not change things particularly. Pull that back to the start. Leave it muted. Go back to the Twitch tab and back to this. So yeah, let's keep it going. I'm really enjoying the fact that like the games we're winning feel deserved at the moment. That is something to keep you going for certain. Like, having a huge winning streak is nice, but if half of it's bots that are just surrendering at the first sign of, like, a breeze, it sometimes gets a little disheartening. This could be constructed, but they have no extra, so I'm a little in the blank about that. I think what we do is we do this, and we do this. Oh, I should have tagged into Valor on this turn, actually. Never mind, it's fine. Set 1. You know, this could be one of those bot games. Oh, it could also just not be. Okay. You go for... I don't... We tag here. And I think we do just tag for Ha. On the express purpose for the fact that they're about to draw some cards. And if they then hit a monster, they have to send a monster, which means that they don't have anything to tribute, or they have to use the field spell effect. That's the theory. And also with banishing a chunk of their deck face... Oh, they just don't have monsters. That's fine. I'm waiting for them to use the field spell, because then I can pop the field spell. I really should have tagged into Valor on the first turn, though. And that's where we only noids. Now, it being True Draco, I think their back row is actually genuinely a threat. But there's not much I can do about that. Not loads. Vijam. What does Vijam do? Makes anima. What else does it do? Puts up a blocker. They thinking. Seems like they might actually have cards. They get 2 draws. That's fine, you don't have a True Draco engrave. It does just let me get this though. Which is more damage on board. You are left at 1,000. No. Only noids direct. Yeah, and it seems like it's going to connect, so... Right. We'll do 5, because I want to look at their deck. Stormforth, Rival... Oh, we win. We just... I mean, we just banished the Masterpiece, right? They've got a full back row. Who cares? Like, the other cards are literally irrelevant. They're drawing 2 spells traps into a full spell trap back row. They can't get rid of any of it because of the cards they're drawing. I don't have to care about my zone placement simply because of the extra deck. It doesn't exist. I know what their 2 cards are. Yeah, there we go. Win. Now, okay, again, we misplayed. We should have tagged into Valor on our turn. Especially as we were going first, and it had to be exactly Ash Blossom. Which they might... They're on Morganite, they might not be on Ash. No, they're on just Max C. I find the Monarch spell traps a little weird, though. Like, at the very least, the ratios of them, right? Because this is just a draw 2. Actually, you're only on the 1 Morganite. Like, this is a draw 2 now, this is a draw 2 now, okay, but this is a draw 2, like, for the rest of the dual 2 normal summon sets. This, like, really enhances the deck's grind game, which is what you want to get to in the first place. If the chatter is still around Paganism, my dream cat, I'm not being invited to a Discord or adding anyone on Discord, because if you want to watch me with friends, then, well, you visited the stream. This means you have Twitch, which means you can watch me, and at bare minimum, if you've got people on Discord you'd like to watch me with, you can share screen, but I'm highly doubtful that none of them have Twitch. Spell Striker, that's fine. Oh, these are, like, speaking of Monarchs and True Draco, these are kind of like tribute summon supports. Another Predaplanet monster. Normal, normal, normal. Miracle Dig, not worth it. 7. Which is new, which means we can't fulfill it. There's also the fact that I'm on several Discords already. I'm active on pretty much 2 Discord servers. And one of those is practically an extension of the first one. Get an ultra rare from this pack. Orcust card. We have an amount of Orcust cards, I think. Unless I'm just remembering my actual account, which has a weird amount of Orcust cards. This is a win condition. It needs to be tribute summoned, so we can't actually just normal summon it with Kashtira Birth. Can be hit by Imperm, but it's still just like big floodgate. Ooh, that was... oh, if that was royal. But no, Shadow Construct, that is also not a build around, but a really solid pull. I know we have some, what do we have? I believe we have Winder, but I believe we don't have a consistent way to summon, is our issue. Right. Chronomaly card that we already have a couple copies of. That's a Dark Lord card we don't have copies of. Quick effect, tribute summon a fairy. If this card is sent to the graveyard, make all monsters opponently. It's an effect, it's not amazing. It's not a bad Vendread card to have again. That's more Mekanko. UA, which we've already gone over. This is basically unplayable for Masochist. This we only really needed a one of in the first place. Just need to play normal monsters. This needs specifically RDA. So, unsurprisingly, those pulls have not changed the deck. Again. We're going to be continuing as we were, very much. Wonder if we can hit Plat 3. I think maybe this deck has the best chance. But, it is still, like, a chance. We're by no means guaranteed. Right. Seed Time Lord Torrential. Do you think Torrential Time Lord is enough? I think it's good. Naglfar is just a brick in hand until we draw exactly Vala. V-Jam is good because it makes Anima, or it is not quite a Time Lord, but kind of a Time Lord, just face down. Which, of course, does weaken it significantly, because, you know, Time Lords being face up gives them their destruction protection. And this is just Marshmallow. This is, you know, Marshmallow which can't be destroyed by card effects. And I don't take the damage. I take the damage. Ups and downs. Swings and roundabouts. Thoughts racing across their mind as they wake from slumber. Mate is certainly accurate. They are taking a hot minute, or they're taking their sweet time trying to decide on a play. And in the end, did not want to. It does leave the field. I wonder if they missed that part. Like, yeah, this deck kind of just clears it. Unless your hand was that bricked. Which, I guess that must be it. Again, we need to be able to see our opponent's hands in the replays. Other people have been saying it a lot longer than I have. I've only been saying it since about the last survey. But, yeah, it really does need to be a thing for you to understand. That is another Ragnarika card, and we have the link to. So that's kind of neat. And then, if you control a Ragnarika link, it wants us to control the link first, though. That's a free special summon if we have a field spell, right? While this card is in your hand or graveyard, if you control a face-up card in your field zone, you can special this. It's a level 8, we don't really do rank 8s that well, and we definitely... I don't think we have Golconda. This card's name becomes, but I don't think we have that either. We'll have a look at the collection. Not because it's going to change much, but we'll have a look. That's oddly specific. It can also just be negated by Imperm. Our opponent can have a large number of cards in hand. That is a Lunalight. Cat Dancer plus a Lunalight. Cat Dancer is a fusion. So this requires fusion summoning twice. I don't like those odds. Huh. We have a small punk engine. I think this just goes into it, right? Like, it's not like we have an assortment of punk monsters to banish to special summon. But we have, like, ways to pay life to activate effects. And it is just if a psychic, not specifically a punk. Granted, we would be using it with the punks. I don't think we have that many others we'd want to use. Magna Rocket. Magna Rocket's fine. Okay. That's that pack. We've got one more. See if we can get any other interesting pulls. Well, off the bat, it's a rank up, which specials the Utopia or a ZW. I don't think... Oh, sorry, ZW. Another Triantis. All the rest of those are duplicates, and we aren't really playing any of them anyway. Fantastic. I don't think that does anything for us. We'll take a quick look. That is phenomenal. It's also limited. But it is phenomenal. I don't think we have Driver yet, being the real stick in the mud for that pull, unfortunately. Driver being an N makes it a little bit tricky to get your hands on. Okay, so first, the Punk card. Yeah, we have this one. Pay 600 to add a Punk Trap. Oh. What about Psychics in general? I guess that's the next thing, isn't it? Psychic Effect. Yeah, this guy's limited. During each of your end phases, pay 500. That's not quite it, I think. Frankenderp would work for it. When you activate a punk card or effect. So yeah, this would still take the normal summon, which limits its scope. And there aren't all that many... I mean, Dark Lady pays. All the Cosmos pay. I don't know why it's taken me that long to think of it, but okay, Cosmo Punk. Sure, that's something we could look at. Anyway. Okay, so we do have Cat Dancer in the first place. We do have the Lunar Light Fusion. But do we have a way to recur it? Like, how do we get it back? Yellow Martin? If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Lunalight spell trap from your deck. No. You can target one polymerization in your graveyard. No, this is not treated as poly. Special summon a Lunalight monster from deck. That's the same card. Special summon a Lunalight monster from hand. Lunalight monster, add a poly. Yeah, so we're not actually recurring the fusion spell at all, which kinda makes it not playable, because it means that we can, like, you know, we could fusion summon Cat Dancer. Congrats, but, like, that's it. This doesn't recur the fusion spell. The fusion spell doesn't recur itself. So yeah. Oh wait, hold on. If your opponent controls a monster special summon from the extra deck, you can also use one Lunalight monster from your deck or extra. So we could make this. The first time, attack all twice each. That is kind of like an OTK machine, right? It requires our opponent to go first, summon from the extra deck is the issue. Not everyone's doing that. But yeah, we would have to hard draw into this. Any singular Lunalight, which I think one of these did add a spell trap, but it needs to... if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can add a spell trap from deck to hand. But I think that's the only kind of rotor for this Lunalight spell trap. Unless I'm... that one also fusion summons. Okay, so the Pendulum Scale can do it too, and it is the Pendulum Effect. No, I just don't quite think it's worth it. Extra Prayer Plant, that's nice. Oh yeah, Golgonda. We have the field spell, but we don't have... we have Explorer. We have Explorer, we have exactly Pedal, which does technically mean it's a loop. If you control no Spriggans, Xyz, you can discard a Springans, special summon a Springans Xyz. So the main issue is we got to draw into one of these three to get this. It won't have any material. And all these are so conditional. It can return... I can bounce it back to the extra, but that's not really getting us any added benefit, and it's such a specific hand to get all of this to go off. We do have probably the two most crucial cards, being a payoff and the field spell. And, you know, we have ways to get to a field spell. But, definitely not for the moment. Okay, so we have a Zexal weapon. Counter-attack directly. Add a Zexal spell trap. Target Utopia equip. When the equip monster, yeah. And this is target Xyz, special summon that is one rank higher. So, like, just an Xyz? Yeah, so this could be special summoned on top of any rank 4 if we draw the rank up spell. Not that that's great. What's related to you? Do we have double or nothing? We have double or nothing, but we don't actually have, like, regular Utopia. Don't know where regular Utopia is in this mess. There we go, there's regular Utopia. Ultra rare. We're probably not getting to that. And the last one. We don't have driver, do we? No, we don't have driver. Oh, driver's so important. Even multi-threader would be fine. It's like, it's an N and R. We have 2 very slim chances out of all the pulls that we get each time. Anyway, let's stop lamenting what we don't have. And cherish what we do. Big boss monsters. Field spell the deck. Just about. Okay, we're going second. Tale as old as time. Doggo mate. Skull servant icon, was it? Yeah, skull servant icon. 44-15. We have potentially DD Crow. A synchro summon. I mean, okay, so it is DD Crow. But I don't know where we need to use it. This isn't, So it destroys itself, right? What do you mill? I guess if the Dark Blade probably fits, right? Sleepy, Goblin, Mace. That one's pretty good, so is the Goblin. I think we do this now. I think I don't want them to have Mace. Maybe I'm wrong. Happens now and then. I get the search. I get a Bestial in end phase. I guess actually, yeah, I should have waited for that, but okay. You learn. You make errors, you make mistakes, you learn. As it is, we still get a search in end phase, so we get a Bestial. But I think they probably just have enough cards in cycle, in rotation. Darkblade. And yeah, so this guy is an Earth, so we couldn't banish him anyway. I'm pretty sure he'd be a one-of. If he was light or dark, we would banish it. But it's a weird 4 attributes. Anyway, there's your big boy. Well, you control this once per turn. Special summon a memento from a hand or grave. Okay, so am I to assume that is the probably the trap then that turns it into monster negate, really? They have one in hand. Okay. Because they have none in grave now. Right, this is a little tricky. So... I mean, it's a little tricky. It's not that bad, though. If it's imperm, that's, like, a little rough. Let's try this. Try the effect. If it's imperm, I reckon they'd use it on this. Okay, they've got another memento in hand. So what's this face sound then? You don't have one in grave. Cannot be destroyed, but it can be targeted. I think it's worth it anyway. We definitely do these two. Zones. Declare effect. Here. And here. Right, I have this boy now. I think I want to put my life points on the line here. They can use that. So let's do it this way. Attack over this one. 12 over this one. K over this. 2-5 direct. Main 2. And we just make Yazi. Yazi popped the face down. Super Poly. Which was just for some reason never oh. Did they just not want to discard? I think we get this. And we make Zeta. Yeah, there you go. We win. Wait, hold on. Hold on a minute. We won. Yes! We've actually done it. We've hit Platinum 3. That is a first. I wanna pause for a moment. I wanna say that this is a very good moment. Maybe I need to think about my zones a lot better, but like, was this just not live? 2 monsters with the same attribute but different types. That was never an option. 2 monsters with the same type and attribute but different names. Garura was live. Like, they just didn't. Unless they were locked by something, but I don't think they were. Where are we at? You don't lock or anything. Like, I am just confused. Same attribute but different. No, that was also live. This was live, this was live. That wasn't live because by that point they'd run out of cards in hand. This was not live. That's not live because you can't do it. Those two aren't live. But, like, these two were. Does that stop me from doing what I was doing? I think I still take their combined creation, but maybe I don't. I don't think I cleared the board in that case, right? And that's why the face down just, you know. Yeah, like, I'm confused. I think they should have put up more of a fight. I'm happy to take it, don't get me wrong, but, like, that should have been harder to win. Well, it's our first time. Hey, generic link to. And it does burn. It also does life point gain, but it does burn. I know what that goes in. Bird of Roses. Plant support. Seems a bit weird. Metronome. Nope. Roulette Spider. Kind of burn, but it's way too gambly. Fright Fur support, which we don't have enough of. That's interesting, but we need to be in a decent position already. And the thing is, it's only until the end phase, right? Yeah. I think that's pretty awful, generally. if this card inflicts battle damage. Nope, it's level 5. And that's just Link support. It is DD Crow. It boosts the attack of our Link monsters, but are we really using Link monsters like that? It's exactly Anima and Zeraboros. So, Like, we have one we can use. I'm pretty sure the other copies came with the structure, which is why that one's not showing as new. It being DD Crow is neat for, like, you know, DD Crow for a general monster instead of specifically a light or dark is good. But the fact that it's just an effect rather than a quick effect. No, I don't think we have enough of those in the slightest. Anti-Synchro, where our best tool is Synchro. Rank 8, which is not particularly amazing. Monarch support, Raidrat support, Magic-Key, Blackwing. Cyber Dragon, not our first one apparently. But yeah, that pack isn't changing much of anything. What about the second one? Majestic Star Dragon, which we definitely can't make. A Raidrat to rank up. Second one of these, which ain't terrible. Heraldic Beast. Nope. Vampire's Desire, that is our third. Infernity Barrier. We are not playing Infernity for the last time. That is a normal summonable level 7. And it also just hits 2500 if it wants to. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's still a normal summon. But it is a Link 2 as well. I believe. I need to check my Link 2s, but this should work. I mean, it works for, like, that, what is it? The upwards, downwards pointing space. I forget what his name was. But the up-down pointing Link 2 that we got was just 2 monsters. Let's have a quick look. It doesn't make Transversa. It does make Haggard. It doesn't make Sebek. Let's just look at our links real quick. Space Insulator. It makes Space Insulator. It makes Proxy. Doesn't make the Ragnar. It's not a... I guess we don't have Great Fly. Doesn't make Construct, Sub. 2 fairies, 2 monsters except tokens, 2 effects, 2 rockets. Non-link Tenyi specifically. Oh, we have a bigger Ragnarok. 2 effects. 2 level 2 or higher Cyburst. 2 monsters, so it also makes Barber. So at the start of the battle phase. Bit of a weird effect. I feel like there's something good you can do with it. 2 effects, 2 effects. 2 types. Of which they are not. 2 types. 2 monsters, but you need a specific card in the grave. Makes Reproducus. It's 2/3 Steel Star Regulator. Makes Cross Sheep. So it can make a few things. Makes the Harpy Conductor, who we haven't been playing in forever. I understand why. So yeah, it does make a few things by just being a normal summon. And it being a normal summon that turns into a level 7 makes it a lot easier to make ranks. Means that, like, Ogre or Fenrir plus that is just the Flare Metal. Which is decent. Like, Flare Metal isn't a game-winning card by itself, but shouldn't just be shrugged off. It's still Towers, which burns. Well, no, it's not Towers. it can't be destroyed by card effects, and it burns. I believe you can still just run it over by battle. You know, there are worse hands. Worst? There are worse hands. It's decent enough. We've got 2 monster negates for face-up cards in the field. I think that might actually be enough to do... Well... Yeah, I'm willing to give it a shot. This hand would actually be loads better if we had the rank up spell still, instead of Mirage, but you cannot have everything. What this hand does is get us to 25 and 21, but the problem is we're boosting their attack, and then it gets us to a level 13 synchro. Oh, those totally exist. Hello, Gaming Nation. Welcome. I guess it depends a little bit on our top deck, because at the moment this is the only normal summon, which isn't fantastic. But, we can see. We can make Dyson Sphere, attack them directly, and then make Zeus, if we had one. As it is, I don't know what to expect out of, like, Red Nova and Anomaly Negate, maybe. Or maybe just, like, you know, Red Dragon Archfiend. But Double Forbidden Chalice is decent. And there's a Synchro for 9. Yeah, there's a Spell Trap Negate. So it's like, you know, you target something with the first one, it negates. You target it with the second one. There is a simple play you forgot about. I mean, yeah, like, this makes an Xyz. But the issue there is that, like, our Xyz aren't fantastic. And in terms of a link to... I mean, if they play their zones miserably, but they have just summoned to that extra monster zone, so we can't get hot red. But yeah, if they play their zones miserably and summon Red Nova to this one, we could possibly transverse her. That's Dissipator. They're not gonna Red Nova. And yeah, we're not in Link 4 territory at the moment. Simple play as you hit surrender. Hey, no. We are in Plat 3. We don't do that. We actually made it this time. First time for everything, but we've actually hit Platinum 3. Void Ogre. You are, in fact, a Spell Trap Negate. Are you going to set 2 cards? Oh no, they have 2 Spell Trap Negates. I mean, I threatened Dissipator, and then I threatened the Void, and that basically turns off both of these. Oh. Well, hold on a moment. Because now the play is, like, negate Dissipator. Then you probably negate with this, right? Well, let's force it then. Use the second one. They then use that Spell Trap Negate, if I can hope. Yeah. Right, that's going to be another spell trap negate. They've got a monster negate as well. Target banished. If you shuffled it into your deck, destroy. If you shuffled it into your opponent's, negate the effect. What can I do here? This is offline for this turn because it's used. They've got multiple Darks Engraved they can banish. When your opponent activates monster effect, quick effect. That's all there is to it. And they have a banished one now. That's like all they needed. This sucks so bad. Although we get this on the field for some reason. And then they just negate this, I guess, with this, right? Oh, that's the play, surely. I mean, I don't know why they didn't negate the hand effect, honestly. We get our worm back. Yeah, like, what? If they summon it here, we get Anima. They don't summon it there. We don't get Anima. There goes that one. So, here comes the worm. Who, I don't think we bother leaving an attack position. Our card was destroyed by battle card effect. Yeah, you know what? That tracks. You're a tuner, aren't you? Of course you are. What if? What if I special summon their guy to my field? We good with that? I'm out of, like, every option here. I can make a Synchro 11. Star Eater. I need ye. Big Bunga. Oh, they have that fucking thing. Yeah. Now we hit surrender because we played through everything. But no, genuinely, like, actually awesome. We have made it to Plat 3. And we beat... What did we beat to do it? Right, we beat Memento. Where they got to a point where Super Poly was on field. They had one card in hand. And these were both live. And they just didn't Super Poly. I don't know if we won the game anyway. But it was a little bit weird, I will say. So that's actually, like... Some of the duels we've been winning, overall, have been really decent duels. Like, I think we've played well. We've, like, made the right decisions. Of course, it all starts with winning the coin toss and going first. A lot of them. Although not the Memento one, actually. Oh, what a hand, right? 1540. We've got boss stage, crackdown, a pseudo hand trap. I mean, it is a hand trap, but are they going to play into it? Probably not. So we do this now. If they have Ash, they have Ash, but, like, you know, what can you do? You've got to try it. Yeah, there's Ash Blossom. Okay. What are they adding? unicorn. And yeah, just on the off chance that they need the unicorn for some reason. Cool. I didn't think that'd work. Well, these are not doing anything. I can't attack, can I? Nope. And I can't use it as material right now. It cannot activate its effects. It does. That's why I stopped it. But the thing is, like, because this is a special summon, if they had any other name, they can just summon that and then either attack over the unicorn, banish it if it's Fenrir, banish this if it's Fenrir, you know? There are options they have. This is only on activation, it's at 1. Do we just only noids the face down? Gabrion, Time Lord. Just on the off chance. Super Volley. Well, if they activate a trap ever, we got a guy. We've got this, which is gonna do nothing. This is stuck in hand, this is stuck in hand, this is stuck in hand. This won't come up in this matchup. But at the moment, they're not doing much of anything either, so if I can stick another body, maybe that... Come on! I just want to stick the body. I want to get a normal summon. I could make like an 8 Synchro, I could make Star Eater. I could get Valor. Brick Raider, yeah. So, oh dear. Well, they've already got one Fenrir. I've stole the unicorn. They've activated their field spell. It's got them to the unicorn. There's like that's their search. They've got as many ogre as they dare play. Yeah, go for it, my guy. That gives me something. Shuffler's many... No, this one bricks them. I don't actually even want to summon this in the first place. It's so bad. Planet Pathfinder. Battle Phase. Let's go. Pathfinder. We gotta get something. We do not, in fact, have to get something. What if I just... You control a monster now. Cool. They could put a monster on my side of the field, but I don't want to actually draw into Fenrir or Ogre, and then just, you know, have them do nothing. Their hand must be hand traps, it just has to be. Fucking Lancia. You know what? Is it worth setting this in the spell trap zone, do you think? Surely not, right? No, actually, this goes back to hand at the standby phase anyway. I'm going to put this on the field. They're reading. I'm not going to use it. It's just sticking here. I summoned a monster for hand size limit. It does stop them banishing. So if they start to get things online and they're using like a Fenrir, then I guess the Fenrir doesn't out the board. But the thing is, they currently control a monster, and thanks to Swords of Concealing Light, they can't actually just special summon. You know, that's funny. Right, that resolves. It goes back to the deck. Concealing resolves. It dies. They could set another and tribute it. Yes, they could, but will they? This is so painful. We have so many draws which just, like, are literally just like, guys, like, look at this. We haven't seen any of these, which is 12. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think we even have anything to like, the Bestials don't work. The Bestials don't do it. These two do. 14. The Time Lords kinda. Like, one of the other Time Lords might. Sure. What am I really gonna do? Chaos Hunter, yeah, that if your opponent when your opponent specials. Okay. Hold. Normal summon. Effect. I guess, yeah. Ash Blossom. Right, you know what that means. I think it means draw 2 for us. I think that's what it means. We want to draw 2, right? Yeah. Attack. Okay. Activate. Pitch. Nidhogg. Maxi. This is fine. They're going to get a couple draws. But the second one, we're going to make them send a monster, because we're just going to put Har on the field. Unless that's Imperm, if that's what they've been holding. Yeah, you go for it. Damn, I can't banish cards. What a shame. We just get you. It makes them draw a card and then they have to send a monster. Immediately. We can clear this, we can clear this, we can vote for 100. Monsters banished in the graveyard can't activate their effects. You know what can? Trap cards in the grave. Oh wait, that's another card. Fuck. It's fine. Send a monster. You've got a few to choose from by this point. Pathfinder. I do have Tikaboo Torrential. It is true. Battle phase. How many summons have I done? I've only done 4. That is a psychic. The thing is, I do control 2 fairies, and I kind of want to get, what's-his-face into rotation. Okay. I want to attack this thing and kill it. That one's still... Why are you so... No, hold on. You shouldn't be that big still. Oh, that was a dark. Yeah. Main 2. We set this. We pass turn. They draw. We have Tikaboo. They control a psychic, so... We could just Tikaboo, like, if they activate the spell. Unfortunate. Do we bother negating Duster? I think we do. I'm gonna negate that. Tribute with this. specs out Lopter. Lopter can get me Nidhogg from deck. Nidhogg keeps me off of worms, but I'm not sure that that's relevant. Right, so we do 1. And 2. Now it doesn't matter. And we get... Oh, we could also get Utgarda, but we just want Nidhogg. This can attack and defense and applies its defense, so it can beat both of these, but... I mean, what else am I supposed to do, right? Yeah, go for it. This... I have Valor engraved, don't I? No, it's banished. But yeah, they control their one psychic. And I do not control my one psychic. I can torrential their field, but then they're free to get a monster on the board in the first place. Which feels a bit rough. I think if they put 2 monsters on the board, though, then I want to do it. Like, right now. I guess Chain Lancia. Do I? No, I don't Chain Lancia. I do have Chain on. I don't want to miss this torrential. That's 2 monsters. That's fine. Now, where are we at? Right, what do you have in grave? 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's okay. That is currently fine. Okay. Yeah, they can add a Kashtira spell. As Theosis, special summon with a different attribute. But the only one, like, it's just this, right? So, yeah, that's fine. They declare the effect. Is that cost? Oh, jeez. Well, you're not banishing anything else for the rest of the turn. And that also blanks this guy's effect. You've got your 1 warrior. I kind of like this at the moment. It's a little difficult to manage, but it's fine. Yeah, they don't get a banish from the extra. I get to summon Ogre. I can't beat over the Unicorn, but I can beat the Rise Heart then. I have a funnier play. Right, special. Normal. Special. And then... yeah, that's fine. You can banish 1 card from my extra deck face down. What do you think I'm gonna do? But I will banish the top card or 2 of your deck face down. I can then... yeah, that's fine. I just want to look at the top 2, don't I? That's essentially what matters. Pathfinder or Storm? It's just Pathfinder. What can I do? Those 2. So, battle. I take the damage, but, like, it's worth it. It keeps the attributes off the field. They get a guy. They could get 2, but it's like, one of them takes this. They're not drawing into a monster. They control face-up cards. I think I'm okay. Like, they can loop this every turn, or this every turn, but I don't think they can get into another one, right? And as long as I'm sticking to the one monster, they can't actually be over the ogre. Unless they summon their own ogre. I mean, if they summon Fenrir, that'll do it. Right, okay. What is the play? Summoning this one. Which means they have a way to get into another one. Yeah, there's a normal summon. Which beats it. That's ogre. Only I'm allowed to do the ogre. That's really unfortunate. We tried so hard. And yeah, I just want to look at your deck at this point, because screw you. Man, it's just floodgates, like, who cares? I don't care about any of these. Yeah, go for it. Like, I'm not living this turn, we know that. There's my Fenrir! No! My Fenrir, my birth. Camion. What order were they revealed in? Vijam, Camion, Fenrir, yeah. They get a Cashier Trap. Which means they're gonna start the advantage game, but they do just, like, damage me. Like, this is just lethal. Man, that sucks. That's so bad. That deck's ass. It's not fun. Look at this. Look at this crap. Meta bad, but man, this ain't fun. You can do better. I believe that everyone has a chance to do better. I don't know if you're likely to take it, but I hope so. You gotta choose first. Tier 0 MD. I don't think it's even Tier 0, is it? That's interesting. Huh. So, we try this, right? I feel like we just want to put, like, an Xyz on the field because it is a negate. Max C, they get draws. That do suck. Two draws for a negate, is it worth it? I think we just say yes. Either that or we just say, hey, we have a Solemn. But then this is banished. And it's 3 draws. I'm gonna do it. For the sole reason. No. Hold on a minute. Let me just click buttons a moment. And just, you know. Just contemplating plays, don't mind me. Oh, come on, they're not timing out right. Negate. So you're playing it or countering it. I mean, yeah, but some people said, like, a lot of things, you know? They've got 8 cards in hand. 8 cards in hand, I've got Torrential and a monster negate. It's a little rough. Not sure that's going to do it. Horus. No, it only targets an effect monster. It does not target a card. Horus are not going to link summon, they are going to Xyz summon. Although it might make Spa. It is Arcana Force, it's just straight up, they're trying to FTK. I mean, they won't. Like, they just won't. I can negate effects. I've got a negate and I've got torrential. Yeah, but how often are you bringing this out? I can negate it the first time, and then who cares, right? Da-da-da-da, no turn skip. Yeah, they trying to do the dumb loop, but they can't turn skip. They can still do the, like, you know, King sucks stuff, but, like, they're not OTKing me. Not like that. They might just OTK through Bungus, because, you know, big attack, right? Are you gonna just switch to Horus OTK? Because they could. As it is, they don't have enough damage. But they can literally just fix that with, like, one activation of this. Sure. So, is it lethal? It is, isn't it? Yep. And they will not be fool enough to summon again. They link summoned. What the fuck are they doing? It cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay, that's the only bit that was needed to be read. Face-up defense. Draw 2. How many cards do we return? I mean, we just returned this, right? Yeah. This gets to, like, they just clear. They don't even need to use the effect of this. But that's next turn, right? Yeah, during the battle phase of your next turn, when you get to banish card on the field and make it higher. Banish card on the field. Yeah, go for it. Damn, my life points. I can still just make an Xyz next turn. Not that it does anything, but I can. That's funny. It does beat over this. So, that one's face down. I can do this to pitch this, summon this, effect, summon back, special into, I could special this or I could special this. Normal. I mean, what if, right? Yeah, battle phase. Attack. This kills this. And I feel like we just do this now. There are worse board states to be in. We still have Torrential, biggest beat stick, and this guy's just face down for a bit. Downsides, we've lost Valor. Sure. They've lost it. Man, they have to make their coin tosses manually. They don't get to choose the outcome. Yeah, you can special it. Ain't gonna do you any good. Heads. It's fine. See? They didn't destroy all cards in the spell trap zones. You get to choose the effect. Oh, they had another one. What? Why do you just have another one? I mean, that's just lethal anyway, isn't it? Like, it just doesn't matter. Fuck this. Man, I put so much effort into just getting rid of the one card, and it's just like, well, what if I had the one card, you know? Was there any play that was better? I could get to the 9 lives cat, and then what could I bring back? I would have multiple targets, but it's not a quick effect, so who cares? Well, at bare minimum, we got to Platinum 3, you know? And at bare minimum, this hand kind of rocks. 15. Oh. Oh, indeedy. So it's like just Clockwork Fenrir, isn't it? There's an Ash Blossom, that's fine. That's just something I don't need to worry about. I get a face-down banish for 1 card on the field during their turn 9 times out of 10. If I really am scared of lethal, I can Torrential. If it's Galaxy Eyes, as it looks to be, then I'm just fine. And they can't deal with a Fenrir. Alright, things to learn. We need to take a look at that, see what that was. And we got a whole bunch of legacy tickets for it. Fenrir Pass too strong. Raid Raptor. They really just must have bricked hard. Bet one of those cards in hand was Nibiru. Right, 4 legacy tickets. Let's go. See what we can get. Huzzah! Vivid Knight. During either player's turn, when your opponent targets exactly 1 light beast, banish that, special this. That feels hyper-specific. Decent Gemini. Pretty awful monster. Wait, Light Machine? Eh. And I think the rest of these... Okay, that could go and burn, but we need to be, like, a significant way through the game. And it's during their standby phase, not ours. It's, like, it's really slow. Yeah. I don't think any of those are seeing play. I wasn't necessarily expecting any of them to, but, you know. Ultra rare card. Oh. Yeah, they do be some legacies. Another Goatee. Another Raid Raptor. That's a flu card. Yay. Scrap Garage. If a face-up machine is destroyed, target up to 3, special them. It is target up to 3, but it is requiring that we're kind of like... Like, we picked up Orchestrated Babel, the field spell. We need to check our Orchest cards. Apple Magician. Magic Drain. That's not great. Glial. And Rainbow Over Dragon. My favourite. It's a month too late, you know? Or rather, like, 15 days too late. Pride Month last month. Don't need it now. Your opponent controls 2 or more monsters, including a light. This would have been nice to have earlier on. At present, not particularly. Blue Eyes is still about, Fiendsmith is still about. But I don't think 2 light monsters is just as consistent as it was. It's not quite a free summon. Big Bang Shot's fine, Falco's okay, but we're not playing the first one. That's an actual Witchcrafter spell. Mayakashi. Yeah. Cards, you know. They're not changing anything. I know it's going to shock you to hear that. Right. Let's see if we can keep winning. It's going to be a lot more difficult. It seems that the climb in difficulty is very apparent from like just like 4 to 3. And from everyone's, like, from the ladder climbs Joe's been doing, apparently Plat 2, or Plat 3 to Plat 2 is also a rather different kind of wall. So I'm not sure we're even getting there. We've got the Anti-Malice card. I don't know if they're going to be on Malice with that, though. Could just be, like, actual Millennium. I don't think it is, but it could be. Sengenjin. Yeah, searching the Golem. It could just be stun, but the thing is, like, Millennium puts 2 bodies on the field through just, like, this guy. Then you can add a Wedju. But yeah, there's 4k. They add the Wedju. Place 1 monster in your hand, then place 1 Millennium from your deck, which means you get into Doom Dragon. Which means you've got 2 8s, which means you can make Zombie Vampire. It's Malice. We let them attempt to activate the effect, I guess. And then we just say no. They have cross out. They have the one of for our one of. Man, fuck you. Honestly, fuck the fact that I could actually get cross-out designated for a few cards. That's just so shit. The odds of that, they're on 40 cards, it's a one-of. So it's 1 in 40, 1 in 39, 37, or 38, 37, 36. If they don't draw it for the thought, like, it's higher than a 1 in 40. But it's not like it's 5. Well, is it 5 in 40? It might just be as simple as 5 in 40. No, it's not that. That's way too high. Hypergeometric calculator. Don't fail me now. Yeah, Malice combo is great. Deck size 40, hand size 5, card starter, quantity 1, minimum 1, max 1. Just, yeah, minus that one. And just minus that one. It's exactly this. It does say 12.5. That is 8 in 40. Why? Why? Why is it so high? Why have they just got endless bodies on board? I also can't actually hit over the fucking Appaloosa until I normal summon Condemned Witch. I didn't even see if what they searched and put face down. I don't know if they did search and put it face down, or if it was just, you know... They are not even begun to combo. That's another Link one. The Lingery Bow. I mean, I don't know what this is, but correct me if I'm wrong, they're banking on an Appaloosa at the moment and a trap. Correct me if I'm wrong. And if they are banking on Appaloosa and a trap, I can normal summon... What? Lightbinder, okay. Sure. I mean, you can banish my Lancer if you want. I don't need it. Then if this card is banished, you can pay 900, special this, and then banish the Cybers from your deck. Do you reckon they play, like, Necroface? I don't see why they wouldn't. Are they just banishing the Lancier and that's it? Just Lancier. Like, aren't you supposed to get this out somehow? You want this back on your field. Banish it, and if you do add a card of the same type, monster, spell, or trap, so do you banish the monster? Like, is that how you do it? You banish Red Rants? No, you're not. But I know you want to get Red Ransom back on your field. I don't know how you'd want to do it, but I know you want to. The current play is normal summon Condemned Maiden. Condemned Maiden effect, beat over the app, and then, you know, it probably gets negated, hit over the Appaloosa. Although it's summon Ogre, summon Condemned Witch attempt, and then Witch beat the thing, and then Ogre just hit something else, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ah, they've got the life points back. Grr. Special summon Malice from your deck by banishing this. It hasn't done the banish effect, so you get to pay. Pay the 900, bring it back. They're kind of really faffing around with their life points. I don't want them to be able to bring this back, but they're going to be able to bring it back, and I don't know how they're doing it. Or are they just link summoning into another one? No. Cool. I can just negate this with Forbidden Droplet, but that's if they let me get to, not Forbidden Droplet, Forbidden Chalice. But that's if they let me get there in the first place. You know, all that. Special. Oh, you're fucking with me. Okay. Well, do you want me to get a copy of Forbidden Chalice? No, you do not. Man, fuck this. Fuck discard. I mean, they're going to negate it, right? Like, they just are, by default. Just fire it. Because it's like, it's just a quick effect, it doesn't matter whose turn. They didn't negate it. This guy loses his attack now. Right? Yeah, oh, but he's down at... Why is he down at 3,400 and not lower than that? I'm so confused. I sent Aggregator. So, well, aggregator, negate a card. I'm gonna take 2 guesses. Damn, I was wrong on the first one. I think I got it on the second one, though. Like, I can hit the Apo for, like, 1200. And then they get to banish the red. This is where they banish the red, right? Surely. Yeah. Okay, so this guy's attack and defense gets swapped. Are they... They're paying themselves down pretty low. But I think they just know they're fine because the Appaloosa hasn't negated anything. Man, that's so awful. Like, that's exactly what I need if I could... Oh, wait, I can get rid of this, right? That does it, right? Oh, wait, have they not... No... Okay, have you... Battle phase? Add a Malice, then if you control a Malice. Yeah. That one's used its in-hand effect. During the main phase. I can't... Fuck this. Fuck this shit. Is there anything I could have done? Really fucking isn't, is there? I can't even... Oh, fuck you. The fact that the field spell is what stops it, that's just so bullshit. They paid down to 1200. Come on, man. You don't even do it because, like... Yeah. Like, they would have... They gained life points during their turn, but, like, the Apo would have just negated it once, and that protects them from death. Because it can't hit over the fucking Link monsters. I can't believe that it's just the field spell. You can't attack except for, like, the Malice Links. Like, what the hell, man? Why is that the random bit of protection that does it? I keep saying I need to expand my lexicon for how annoyed I am at various players. But I can't think of anything that just, like, describes... This is fine. Your opponent cannot banish. Neither player can banish. Fuck me, man. Well, no, like, that effect there isn't broken. But it's just, like, it's annoying. And no banishing. I just wanted a guy on the field. I can now synchro for 10. Yeah, because it's this second effect that locks me into links. I can synchro for 10. Which makes... Gimir, I guess? Gimir's pretty good. Do you have a normal summon? You have Fiendsmith. Oh, of course you have Fiendsmith. What can I do with a Synchro 10? I can get to Gimmer. Then Gimmer can do a thing. I think it's more just like the player base, honestly. That could be a fun rank. Have you seen the amount, like, the amount of decks in this game that are actually just playable at the moment? And you could probably climb the ladder with if you wanted to put in a mild bit of effort. And then versus just like, what if meta? What if new deck? It's just the fact that the amount of decks played is just so few. Oh, did you need to banish to continue your combo? Was that a part of it? Did you need to, like, banish this or something? Please tell me they needed to banish for something. I don't think they do, but, like... No, they were just taking a minute. I don't know why they were even taking a minute. There's Lacrima. They got special summon a Light Fiend. As it is, I could currently synchro 4, 6, 10, 3. Why are you so scared? I can't even... Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Like, it's a dumb player doing dumb things. I activated Lancia. That second effect isn't even online, and he sent it to the grave. Oh, you know it's fun when they're doing Sayuya combos. Sayuya is just the hallmark of a balanced deck. This card, like, seriously, this guy exists exactly to do degenerate shit. All the time. There is nothing that he does that's fair. Table 500, like, dual-taining would not be the same without this guy right here. There are lots of other cards that do it as well, but nothing quite to this degree. SP pass. Is that seriously what we're dealing with? Oh, now I get fucking Phantasme. Ooh. I fucking hate this game. And now they can just do everything next turn, like, really? Fuck this. I get the exact card I need one turn too late. It literally doesn't do anything on the next turns. Ugh. They banished the one card I needed on the field to do a thing at all. Why my opponent dumb have to be the downfall, okay? Like, they left me with a card that's effect was not active. My opponent's illiteracy and misunderstanding of the game state put me in a hole. Name the last time that happened to you. Or your opponent being bad at the game won them the game. Oh, just leave me. It's platinum. Get your ass out of here. Get into diamond already. Why are you here? Why are you still here? I'm summoning this fucko. I will take control of a card in the end phase if you don't stop him. And lock myself into link monsters, but I don't really, like... I think that's fine. Like, any 2 monsters makes any of these. I just need to... I just need to draw another one. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? The thing is, it's the lowest attack as well, and all of these guys have, like, piss poor attack. And these are all, like, another thing, like, all of these are just, like, malice cards. They're not types. Like, look. There is just not a Cyburst mark on any of these main decks. There's a Cyburst mark on this guy, but that's just, like, it stops him from doing, like, the Link Decoder part, if I went first. And Malice ends on, like, multiple monsters. This will not do anything. Oh, right. Hold up. Okay, no. I misread it for a second. Do you think they just make Queen of Hearts? Do you think they just make Queen of Hearts to get rid of this little guy? No, they're just gonna banish my... Like, fuck's sake. It's just, come on. Rules for thee and not for me. I can play hand traps, you can't. You play hand traps is evil. I know I'm the exact same way, but it's just like, you know. What the hell, man? I have one guy to my name. Not anymore, I don't. I thought it was banish a card on the field. Are you not doing that? Then if you control a Malice Link. Oh no. Okay, they don't get that. He is safe for 5 minutes. Bro, he's just like everyone's scared of this thing. It has put in negative work for my end boards. It takes up a card slot in hand. It's not a Bestial. It's not Phantasme. It just... Like, he's a hand trap. He should be doing so. Are you gonna fucking pop him with access code? Are you kidding me? And it's like, it's negated until the end phase. Yeah, until the end of the turn. Man, this is what I do not live for. This is the kind of gameplay that puts me to slumber. That sends me careering over the edge of sanity. Being down in Plat 3 and facing Constructed Matter. But Constructed Matter that I also genuinely don't have an idea what it's doing in the slightest. I understand Blue Eyes. I just don't... They're banishing for the sake of banishing. It is nothing but gluttony at this point. You just wish to perform action. Button glow yellow. Button press. Okay, you get this back in like 2 standby phases. I don't think the duel's gonna even last that long, but I don't think this is the card you banish for that. They've negated this, and they're going to destroy it with access code. Mad Hacker has gotten some crazy value, but it's also done less than nothing. It has cost a card in my hand to get negated, destroyed, to get sent to the graveyard, to get just like eaten, banished. can we beat Malice? I mean, draw Lancia, make them pass the turn, and then start playing cash tier stuff, I guess. Because then you get to banish it, but it's all face down, so who cares? But that's a very specific combo. It's a very specific part of the deck. I don't think we have anything else that's like a real floodgate against banishing. It's like just exactly our copy of Lancia. Man, what the... Why are you so big? I don't understand. Why monster big? Why monster big? I really don't understand why monster big. But haha, I have negate. Okay. I still get to negate your monster. Yeah, I don't know what we do. We gotta, like, synchro Yazi, I think is the best thing we can do, right? Take their March Hare and, like, special summon it to our field. I think it's the best play we can do. How big is Yazi? It's still 2,600. Yeah, for the back row. I don't think we have Iron Water. Okay, they've got a cross out for Chaos Mirage Dragon. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, I think we just go battle and then... Oh, that's why it was big. If this card is banished, you can pay 900 special it, double its attack, right? Main 2, set 1. I could pop this and get myself a Nidhogg on field, but that feels like really bad. I'd much rather have this guy who can't be targeted. But speaking of, do they need to target? Banish one card on the field. Hand deck or grave. Yeah, go for it. It's gonna be the Queen of Hearts, isn't it? Just because reasons. I'm gonna take a look at my collection for, like, you know, cards that mention banish, but I don't think it'll be there. Yeah, I don't actually know where to go with this. Like, because they haven't used their normal summon, and this is like, it's one interruption. They're not going to destroy Yazi, they're going to banish Yazi. guess we do this now. I'm gonna steal your Link monster. I don't know. It's gonna maybe slow them down, but I don't think so. Yeah, they don't control a Malice Link, so I'm not getting a card banished. Everything's a machine, not that that matters. The only thing that actually stops is like the Link decoder line that they've already started with because they've played through. Or rather, they played first. And there's the Queen of Hearts. I mean, Queen of Hearts can pop, like, just run this over by battle. If it does, then we get to Nidhogg. But that ain't doing much. You're just gonna negate the Queen of Hearts, like this thing. Yeah, they don't know about Yazi. Not that Yazi has an effect that's worth negating. Because, like, it hits the graveyard, and that's the deal. Yeah, the thing is, it was always gonna banish Yazi. Like, oh. Okay. Sure. Are you just gonna run over Yazi then? Like, surely. Again, 500 attack and defense and change to machine, so it doesn't actually get its own effect. Yazi was definitely the play to keep on the field. But yeah, we then do this. And then we get Nidhogg from deck, who we want in attack position. But defense position is fine too. It can still hit this. But like, what does that do? They're just going to keep going. This is a machine, so it can't actually do its own... Oh no, it can. It can tribute a generator. Spur. Do we bother? I mean, if we don't bother, we just lose outright, so yeah. Bye-bye, Spur. Valor? Birth. Be scared. And that's the end of the game. Gee, what a fun deck. It's not just for the fact that, like, Malice banishes everything. People tend to have a dislike of decks that banish, which I can get. But, like, I think Metaphys is fun, but then again, Metaphys isn't, like, competitive. Like, which changes it quite a bit. Yeah, we don't have Iron Wall. Banish. So, we have Lancia, of course. Cannot banish. Yeah, cannot banish doesn't even, like, generate everything that's, like, you know... Right, let's take a look at the bottom. I'm fairly... I feel like I'm moderately aware of what constitutes as the cards we're looking for. Okay, thankfully we don't have a lot of flu still, so... Oh wait, no, hold on. Hold on a minute. Reveal level 1 for Wanderees. Banish for Wanderees with a different name than normal summon. If normal summoned... Type 1, add normal summon. Normal summon at a level 7 or higher. We do have a target for that. Yeah, we do have a target. That's really unfortunate. Cannot set spell traps. That's, I don't think we have the cards. This is... That's not even a floodgate. We're looking for floodgates we simply do not have. There are two solutions for dealing with Malice. You can either banish, like, say, no banishment, a la Lancia, which is the better option. Or, you can just banish everything for eternity. That is the other option. However, that option is a lot more difficult because you have to basically banish them more times than they can use their effects. Which is, for some reason, mildly difficult. I said I wanted to check out what Orcus cards we had. Not a lot, apparently. Well, no, okay, not a lot, but what does the combo? Banish this from grave, special, and Orcus from deck. Okay. Banish this from grave. Oh, jeez. If this card is sent to the graveyard, special from the World Legacy, banish this, target banish Orcus, special it. During a main phase. Yeah, they kind of really need to be banished, okay. Yeah, we just don't have the cards to do it. He sucks so much. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Just need to nip to the loo. Do that. Need to unmute the microphone before I say and we're back. Might help out a bit. Right. We go again. If you don't try, you won't succeed. And so we try. Go in second. Okay. But do not lose hope. Oh, we're going first. But do not lose hope. We can do something with this. Well, we would be able to do something with this. Have a Time Lord. Have a Torrential. It's not like people who make you go first are always sitting on, like, Duster Storm, Imperm. Droplet. Well, speak, and it shall be. Are you about to normal summon a fire dragon monster? Fuck off. It's the most boring thing you can do outside of just pure stun. Did I draw the right combination of board breakers? Great. Did I also draw one of the few starters I still have? Great. Game. There is very little decision making. It's like the decision tree has no branches. It is just the trunk, and you get to the top or fall off. There is no in between. At the moment, our plan Bs are just like, you know, they're existing, they're trying their best. They're trying to give us a hand. And I really appreciate them for it. Okay. That's ever so slightly annoying in the extreme. I can currently target it. No effects. None for you. We're gonna hit this one. It's imperb. This one's imperb, actually. I shouldn't have done that. It's negated, you idiot. Yeah, that one was imperm. That was actually a really dumb hit. Although, that's rather fun as a draw. Right, attempt to return to the deck. Do you want to stop that? No. Shame. Right, this is a level 10 synchro. No, it's not. Fucking Dominus him. No, yes, it still is, apparently. I get to chain. Now they don't. They missed out on a normal trap set. Well, there goes Valor. Normal summon. Okay, we get it. So it's either Ruddy Rose or Ice Jade. I think it's just Ice Jade. Ice Jade has protection. We'll put it in this column. Battle. Declare attack on this thing. Because I can. You can activate a trap, but then I get to chain this. And... yeah. Fuck you. I have to spend like my whole board to out like anything they do. because they can do it turn 0. Everyone, like, here's an opinion that everyone seems to think is rational, which is that turn 0 plays are a good thing. Like, more archetypes should have cards that read like Tillman's Havness or Arius the Labyrinth Butler. I think everyone who says that is deranged. Turn 0 plays are just inherently unfun via the fact that, like, you could brick going first, but because your opponent has drawn one of these decent cards, they can actually definitely kill you going second, whereas they might struggle before. I know that's normally not the case because, like, every board state kills you in this. Oh, for God's sake. And it's branded. Or, as you could also call it, brain dead. Because, goddamn, it's been around for however long. Play another deck. Just play something different. Right, I get to take 2,000 damage, and then I get to summon 3 V-Jam, assuming they do not have an Ash Blossom. I mean, yeah, we just do this now, right? Better in their end phase than my turn. They have the Ash Blossom. It is simply impossible for opponent to not open good card. You know? Couldn't be Fenrir into Ogre for the one time that we actually have Birth, could it? You think? One time Fenrir. You know, that's fine. They confuse with face downs, but, like, these guys are just set and they can't flip up. I'll take that. Because I'm dead this turn anyway. They just normal summon the Ecclesia the Virtuous? No, Ecclesia the Virtuous is the regular. Blazing Cartesia the Virtuous. Okay. Yeah, a Dogmatica card. It's just Maximus. No, it's Calamity. Is it Albazoa? It's just Albazoa. Like, I mean, I'm pretty, like, generally disgusted by hand traps. As a whole. I think, like, the conventional hand traps all suck. Just completely. Dominus, Imperm, Ash, everything. Now, it's going to be possibly a controversial take, or it's going to be beloved by, like, casuals. But, like, I think they're all awful card design because, hey, your game's got to the point where if you don't have a turn 0 play, you lose. GG's, congrats. One time, I guess. Watch this search not go through, though. No, search goes through. Ogre Fenrir, I'll take that. But yeah, given the fact that the game is in just such a state that not having these, like, crucial pieces of interaction on the first turn causes you to just instantly lose the game is outrageous. It sucks so bad. Like, the game should never get to that point for anything you're playing. Yu-Gi-Oh! Being a complex game is fun. I think it is fun. I also think my opponent's a bitch ass. What the? Did you by any chance want to go second? Spell card or effect? Spell card or effect. Okay. Gameplay. Woo. Yeah, as I said, the decision tree is just the trunk. Nothing else. But there's no point banishing anything from their grave at the moment. I don't have anything important in the graveyard. And I need them to activate a spell card. Which sucks balls. You didn't increase its level. You did increase its level by 1, which means you can now synchro summon. What's the... I mean, it depends on what the discard is, right? It's triple attack. How do you summon this? If you control a fire dragon. Like, there's just no point. I love my monster effects. I can get them back if I lived. But I'm just not going to live this. Like, you just synchro summon a couple times, right? And that closes out everything again. Like, I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! Has to be, like, 10 turns long or something stupid, but I think the fact that it is just decided essentially on turn 2, 90% of the time is ridiculous. I am facing all the fun decks. It's penance for actually daring to get into Plat 3, you know? It's just punishment. And again... Because, you know, why the fuck not? What am I looking for? That one. I mean, you can tell how interesting the gameplay is. I've basically switched off from that and just started doing things on my phone because I've got things that are happening. There's a tournament being ran on the Discord at the moment. As usual, as tournament organizer, got notifications popping up, and currently it's going okay. A couple people haven't submitted deck lists yet, which is a good time. They're well overdue. Well, one of them tried to submit a deck list but didn't understand quite the rules of it. Granted, they weren't written as clearly as they needed to be in the document. And the other person just hasn't submitted, is not actually contacting us at all. That's Yugioh. No, it's Blue Eyes. Which means that my Lance here is even more useless, I believe, right? Do we do anything against this? Like, just actually at all? We've got Condemned Maiden. We've got... So, we've potentially got Yazi plus Chalice. That's like the ideal. But that's about it. They get True Light. Granted, if we can actually hit the True Light with Yazi, that's a solid start. There is a special ban list for our tournaments. We're currently doing a Faction Wars one. It's Fusion versus Synchro versus Link versus Xyz. And, I don't know why I set them in that order. It should have been versus Xyz versus Link. But point being that it's pretty much you're kind of limited to your specific, like, summoning type outside of a couple archetypes here, there. And I've suddenly lost the game because they're also on Buster Blader, which is just skill drain. Yazi can't be targeted. He is still affected by something like skill drain. Wait. I need to know. Sorry, I need to, not you. Where are you at? I need to read this real quick, because... Banish this from Grave Fusion Summon. This doesn't inherently lock everything. But this does. And it needs to banish from Grave. So... No, that doesn't do it, like... It only does it if they have to send it on my turn. If they get through and send it on their turn, then I still lose. But yeah, it looks like it was, in theory, going to be an interesting time. We were doing it as like an actual kind of like team event instead of, you know, everyone fighting for the top spot. It is now the team fighting for the top spot. So if like Synchro gets first, like Synchro teammate gets first place, then the Synchro team wins it and everyone, you know, in that team is happy. Likewise for the other ones. In theory, it's going to be a good old fun time, but it's underway. 2 people haven't submitted, one of whom is slightly annoyed at our rules, because they now have to rethink the deck. The deadline was on Friday. It is now Monday. Right. No, because that's a trap. They need to... Okay. So we have a chance. It's not a great chance, but it's like, it exists. We just save the Lancia for our turn? We can't save the Lancia for our turn. It's during the opponent's turn only. You should always expect a few people not to enter for whatever reason. No, it's just like, they have put their names down for being entered. They have said they still want to sign up. And like, or they still want to play in it. The tournament has begun is all. It's just like, they should have submitted by now. But they haven't yet. They're going for the chaos thing. Well, it started as a highly productive stream. And granted, we have been here for about 3 hours, but I also have been away from it for like every minute every now and then. So, we'll say that this is the last duel, before I truly lose sanity and well, I might lose sanity here. I might not. We'll find out. We get our favourite going first. Okay, as far as the hands go, it's kind of good. Activate this. Normal summon Locta. Activate Locta. You can stop it with Ash. You can stop it with Gamma. You're using Ash for that, so do you have a second Ash for your turn? That's the only thing that I'm wondering about, because if they don't, that was just objectively dumb. Right. So we activate this. And they have a second Ash. They don't. They could have Valor or Imperm, I guess. So, tokens. Valor. The thing is, Lopter's a main phase anyway, so it's not like getting Lopter from the deck would have played out any differently if it was Imperm. Or if it... well, if... I guess Valor doesn't do it, because that's opponent's turn only. If it's Nibiru, that's, like, just hella unfortunate. Alright, so we do this now. They control a card. And we... I mean, we could banish this. It's like the one-card starter, but no, I think we want to let them add, make them send to grave, and then just negate the other one. You get your search. That's okay. You added a field spell, there goes that. Now send a monster. There's Protoss. I guess that's the only monster in your hand, otherwise you would have kept it. During the main phase, quick effect, tribute this, special summon a sword soul or fallen out as from your deck. That's fine. I'll let you do that. There's a sword soul. And what does that one do? Add one sword soul from your deck to your hand, or if you control, you can add a worm if this card's banished. So, yeah, we just do that. 1, 2, negate. There you go. Bye-bye for that one. You haven't used your normal summon. That was a special summon. But, like, can you still do... I guess you can still do the Ryogas stuff. You were really just trying to force me into, like, not being able to stop it. Okay. Ryoga is definitely a deck I do not understand. That is an odd choice for the worm. Well, water, go for it. You do not control a synchro. You attempted to use the effect. You can banish the sword. Oh, you can do that. Of course you can do that. I forget that Tyre exists. That's Synchro 8. Still have 2 waters in rotation. But I think you need to destroy them for the True King, so the True King isn't actually a threat, it just is there. And they don't have the levels to do it either, so yeah. That's only the one attribute, so you can shuffle away 1 card. Is it the field spell, Ha, or Lopter? The field spell. You use 1 attribute. Oh, you use 2. Well, I've got a level 11 synchro next turn, failing everything else. Dinosaur, Sea Serpent Worm, Deck. The other one's Deck. They're all 3k. So, one of these destroys a thing, which means I can get into the ritual, right? Right? Oh no, that'll do it. There go those two. This one's this. But they weren't both waters. So you get to ritual summon this. Now you get to destroy up to 2 cards you control. Do you do that? Do you in fact do it? Field spell. Just the field spell. One continuous spell. It's gotta be worth it. Once per turn, when effective with less attack, you can place negate. Okay. And during your main for okay, you can get that one back. Gates back from deck. We don't bother with that, right? Surely. Well, what are you doing now? It's the end of your turn, come on, surely. Stop it. Don't do it. That's Veradras. Brilliant. Out of the anima zone. Brilliant. It's just negate the activation. It's not destroy. Although that one is destroy. Do you need to negate? You don't need to be on the field. Yeah, sure. There's only so much you can do. Well, I guess I could have tribute summoned, walked over this. Synchroed. But then that still leaves me like several hundred attacks short of this thing. How do I beat that thing? Fucking Called by the Grave. I don't have much. I didn't even have like a full generator board. Special summon. Oh, they're not scared of the 3 synchro. Damn. Time Lord time. It's only to negate the activation. I do get to keep my guy, so. Yeah, go for it. What I'm curious about is, do they have follow-up? Because at the moment they're looking at like they're looking at an Omni negate, which, I mean, that does just do it by itself, honestly. Its attack becomes 0. Yeah? Okay. I mean, I don't keep this during, like, my... Oh, they're going to attack into it. Yeah, go for it. Destroy 1 card on the field. Would you look at that? They clearly haven't read the Time Lords. Well, we try it. You'd stop it, obviously. It'd be really funny if you detached a second material to try and then destroy it. I said it'd be funny. Didn't say it'd be smart. That's like the worst card. Come on. Would that have stopped anything they were doing earlier? It would have stopped, like, all the Sword Soul things. You get 2 effects. Is it during the main phase? Once per opponent's turn, quick effect, battle phase, yeah. It's a different deck. It's not meta, it's not tier 0, anything. Can't complain on that from... I can just complain. I can just moan. In general. I'm unhappy with the state of this game. What do you mean I go back... Like, I got to here, like, an hour or 2 ago. What do you mean it took me, like, a whole hour to just D-rank? Look at that. Wait, where was it? That win there. That was 1918. Oh, wow, okay, that's actually a lot earlier on. We have been in Plat 3 for a little while. But yeah, it took us like 2 hours to D-rank. Versus like, what, maybe 4 hours to get up there? I don't know. How much time have we been in Plat? Look at that. That's actually abysmal. We didn't win a single game in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. How many Malice decks? Like some. Siegfried... Siegfried was this? Yeah, Siegfried was today. That was our first win. Yugioh. Rage Quit wasn't Malice. Banished was Malice? No, Banished was Kashtira. That one, yeah, there's one. That's True Draco. Dino, who just quit. Memento, who we actually beat somehow. RDA. Stun, Kashtira. FTK. Raid Raptor. Malice. So that's 2. That's somehow still Snake Eye Fiendsmith. Like, this is still viable. They're just playing Birch instead now. The Oak Band will be impactful. Tenpai. Labyrinth. Dogmatica. Tenpai. Oh, fucking... I have faced as much Malice as I have Blue Eyes and Tenpai. Nothing. Like, just actually nothing. And I won one of those games against Malice. It was this one. I have a 50% win rate against Malice today. Not overall, but today. No, they don't want to ban the URs. Why would they want to ban the URs? It's not like they need to be banned. It's not like that's the stuff that everyone that's good. Such a calming wallpaper. It was very nice. Right, we get those ones, and we get these ones. They don't give us the dust. No. Why would they give us the dust? We're not net positive on gems today, I don't think, but on the other hand, we're not as negative as we could be, so yay, we didn't win many duels. And there's nothing really to change about the deck. Like, this deck is good. Not this one. This deck is good. It's 44 cards. It's, like, decently consistent. It's got, like, Tikaboo. The Clockwork Knight doesn't do as much anymore, but, like, you know, we got Tikaboo. We've got, like, 2 ways to get to the generator field spell, even if we don't draw it for, like, going first. Normally, your opponent's going to search, like, once in a turn. We can also just get to generator plays in, like, another way. We got Time Lords, who are doing okay. We got a small Cashier thing we've got going on. It should be okay. I mean, it won some games. Just not enough. I don't think we play going second as the next one. It's a lot bigger in the card count and still pretty untested. Like, it's got Kaijus going for it, so it's got, like, easy access to Anima. But as far as that goes, I mean, that locks us into Xyz, that locks us into Synchro, which is counterproductive. So it's pretty much just, like, Anima. And then... oh yeah, it's Anima plus a Mekanko. That's if we want the Anima. We might not. But it does get us to a Mekanko. That is a couple similar cards. And a couple different. Oh yeah, we need to be looking at 5-card hands. You take no damage. It can still be destroyed by battle, but it can't when it gets an equip card. We could special... we could search for a guy, probably this, summon, possibly banish, face down, normal, like 8. Actually, yeah, like, so it'd be face down if applicable. Well, no, this, then face down if applicable, special this, destroy a card, banish. The thing is, this destroys all face up. What's better? I mean, you basically just use both. That's not bad. It's just unfortunate. If it loses to a Lightning Vortex, this hand goes killer. Because you could just Kaiju, Lightning Vortex, discard, like, most of them, and then you either got Border or Cashier, depending on what you want to do. So maybe the Go Second deck is the thing to play. I just don't know. It's so weird at the moment. This one's a bit more specific. I guess I could cut that down. 47. I don't know if we're playing Go Second or the Bungus deck next time. I think we give it, like, maybe an hour of the stream for Bungus, and then if it doesn't perform, we'd switch up. I was hoping we'd do a little better. We got into, like, Plat 3, which is genuinely, it's a breakthrough. But we've just lost the placement. Like, we've instantly been pushed back down to Plat 5, so I don't know. We got new cards. Some... it has been kind of productive. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys all on Thursday. And hopefully it's a little bit better progress when we get back to it then. But for now, my name has been Cat Monarch. My name is Cat Monarch. And I look forward to catching you all on Thursday's stream. You'll have a good time. Goodbye for now.